Spending a long time.
Adamson.
Here.
Adler.
Taking attendance isn't good
Here.
for you
Anderson.
or your students.
Anderson.
Here.
Bueller. Bueller.
That's why we're going to use AI for attendance taking. That'll be better for you and also more fun for your students. So let's go over what we're going to cover today. We will use AI to generate a form which students will fill out with their laptops or mobile devices. Only when you allow, it will auto-gather, timestamp, and put it into a spreadsheet, and will also create an error checking element so that students can only put in specific information, especially connected to their email. We'll also demonstrate a workflow where AI can look at the spreadsheet for concern areas after a while. Are there any students who haven't been attending? Is there a bad trend showing up? And then finally, we can cross-check that with the expected attendance. Make sure you stick around to the end because we're going to go over 2 bonus tips and tricks. But for now, let's jump in and get started with the main workflow. Okay, I've got a Google document open. I'm going to do a quick voice to text. So I'll hit Control-Shift-S. Give me a Google form called attendance, collecting last name, first name, and school email. So we'll just copy that, and then we're going to go to the Google Drive, and we're going to create a new Google form. So we'll open this up, and you can see right here that Gemini's there. It says, like, hey, I want to help you create a form. And since we've already created our prompt, I'm going to hit Create. Let's see what it does. There it is, attendance form. Last name, first name, school email. Awesome. Then you can say, use this form. Say OK. You can put in additional information here with your class number. I also like to make this very obvious. So I'm going to say last and first. And that's because I really like to be able to sort these in the spreadsheet that this generates. Now, under the school email, we can do a little error checking on this. How do we do that? Under school email, you can go under these dots and say, yes, I want to require this. And I'm also going to do a response validation. What is that? It means you can add some additional logic in there to make sure that they don't enter something that you're not looking for. So in this case, specifically, we're looking for an email with the email address from the school. So we're going to go under text. We'll say contains an email address, and I'm going to say that it has to have, I'm teaching at RIT, so it's at rit.edu, and there we go. It will require that. All right, awesome. So now that we're ready to send this form, we'll go up to send. Now we can say that I want to make sure I collect the email addresses. So this will collect any email address that they're sending through, but the form itself will require that they input their school address, which is what I'm looking for. Also, I'm going to shorten the URL. So now if I want to email this out to the class, that's how I'm going to do this. But I'm also going to show a workflow where you can use a QR code. So if all the students in your class have mobile devices or a laptop, they can access this. So let's do that. There's a lot of free QR code generators. I'm going to use Adobe's, which is adobe.com, Express Features. I can put this in the links below. We'll say create now. So all you do is you paste the URL that you're given and hit enter, and it generates a unique QR code. Then you can also either screen capture this or download it, which I just did. And then I also mentioned I want to show you how to make this available only when you allow. So what you can tell your students is that, first of all, anytime they input their information, it is going to be timestamped so that you can know exactly when they're here or when they're not here. And the responses, you can specifically turn this on when you are ready to take attendance for that day. Or when you're off, when the students are, maybe they're late or they're gone. And then maybe you could even turn this on 10 minutes after class starts for the students who are late. And then you can also then filter the responses. So what does that mean? It creates a spreadsheet with the fields. And then these have the timestamp, the email address, last name, first name, and school email, which is wonderful. So that way you can sort by date and it will all put this together. Okay, I gave it a quick test and we've got a really great answer here. We've got the timestamp, the test email that was gathered when the QR code came in, last name, first name, and also the error checked email. Wonderful. Now, I also mentioned that I would explain a workflow for checking for concerns and also cross-checking with expected attendance. So both of those can be done with AI. Imagine then after 4 weeks, you've been doing this workflow. What can you do? You can go into your class list. This is the class list from my learning management system. It's a mock class list for this example. Now, for most learning management systems, you can output this into a spreadsheet form. However, it's even easier than this. What you can do is you can take a picture using the AI app. So for example, I'm using a lot of OpenAI. You could also do this with Claude or probably quite a few others. Take a picture, then also pull up your attendance form and just focus on the output there and give this digitally. I would copy and paste this digitally into the AI. You can just give it the Excel form and just ask the Excel form. I would create a prompt that says, are all of the students that are in the class attending the class? And then I would ask another prompt, are there any students who have missed more than 2 days? And the AI should go through all that data for you. Don't even have to, of course you can filter the spreadsheet yourself, but why do that extra step? Let the AI do it for you. AI is going to save so much time. All right, I mentioned that there were 2 additional bonuses that I was going to include. Here's the bonus, how to further error-proof this workflow. You could use multiple forms with different QR codes. You could also have a 4th field with a featured picture of the day input. What do I mean by that? You could specify a picture, then every student who's actually there could type in what the picture is. And that could be a way of error checking. Finally, where are we going to go from here? Well, in the future, we may actually just be able to take a picture of all of our students and have the AI itself identify each student. But we're not there yet. Hopefully this workflow will help you out. If you like the video, give it a like and make sure you subscribe for more weekly AI content.